What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. And Harbor Freight got me again. I was in there to get a set of ramps to drive the car up on to lift it up to do oil changes and stuff. I didn't have a set of ramps, and I really have needed one. And I finally went and got one. That's what Harbor Freight's for. But you always get in there and you see something that you just got to get. And Real World Tool Reviews, that's what we do. We review tools. And somebody, when I was showing my favorite slip joints here, these snap-ons in one of my videos, uh, said they'd be interested in seeing a comparison between the snap-on and the icon stuff. So I saw these, and I had the coupon for 30% off of anything under $20. And the list price for these is like $17.98, I think. It's like $18, which is, pretty good price for these. Seem pretty good. But I got 30% off of that, so it ended up being $12. So I picked them up. And I know I'm not the first person to do a comparison between the Snap-on and the Icon knockoff Snap-on, but I couldn't help it. They actually look pretty nice. So we're gonna open them up here and see what they're all about. So they are a pretty much a exact copy here, what it seems like. So I paid $12 for these. Now, this is, I would say that these Snap-on 47 ACF slip joint pliers are Snap-on's most iconic pair of pliers. When you think of Snap-on pliers, you think of this pair. You'd probably think of a red-handled pair before you. I love this blue though, but ever since I got these, I mean, the teeth here, the whatever kind of like talon grip or whatever they call it, it's just incredible. The aggressiveness of that cross hatching, and these teeth, they really. I mean, this is like this. You have not used slip joint pliers until you've used a pair of 47 ACFs. That's really what I feel like. I mean, I just the triple joint. This before Icon copied them. This was like the only pair of slip joint pliers I'd ever seen that had the triple joint. So if you're going to get one pair of Snap-on pliers, get the 47 ACFs. That's what I believe. They're just the bomb. But when I was in there and I thought about that person saying they'd be interested in seeing a comparison, I just had to pick them up. Now, first impressions, they don't feel nearly as, I don't know. You know how when you pick up some really nice steel, you can just tell it has more personality to it. I don't know. This seems lighter. It almost feels lighter, even though I bet you it's not. It just feels, I don't know. But I have to say that for a $12 pair of pliers, at least that's what I paid for it, it doesn't seem that bad. I doubt that these teeth will hold up as much as long as these will. I don't know. I mean, I haven't had these that long either. So, but I mean, it seems to be a pretty good quality. It's got the triple joint. It adjusts pretty well. It feels a little tight on this adjustment. This Snap-on's always felt super loose, like the whole time. This feels like a little bit sticky on this setting, but nothing crazy. They feel really good. My favorite thing about Snap-on pliers is this handle that they have. These kind of cushiony, foamy rubber. It's just the best feeling pliers handle ever. It's really what made me fall in love with Snap-on pliers. And they have tried to copy it with this icon. It's like way thicker. I have to say that it's not nearly as nice. Like it doesn't feel nearly as good as this does, but it feels better than most. Like it feels better than this does. This is one of my favorite pair of slip joint pliers. Classic channel lock dipped handles. But this feels, like this feels a lot nicer than this. So this is a nice feeling pair of pliers, and I would venture to say that for the money, it's funny, these grips are so thick that they actually touch each other. I don't think they really interfere with anything, but yeah. So I would venture to say that this is about as nice of a pair of pliers that you're gonna find for $12. I mean, it's kind of silly that they have the needle nose, they have channel locks, they have a whole line of Snap-on copy pliers in Harbor Freight. But man, I gotta tell you, this is like, it's a good feeling pair of pliers. They bite pretty well. I could see these being a really good pair of pliers for like somebody who's on a budget. I think they're, my first impressions, having never used them, I'm impressed with the quality. I'm impressed with the quality for $12. They're actually $18. $18 for these. Now, that's the biggest thing is the price. Now, man, they look how similar they look. It's crazy. I mean, down to the little tiny details. Obviously, they're not exactly the same, but it's pretty astonishing how close they have come to making an exact copy. I mean, it's crazy. So price. Get these icons on a deal. You can pay $12 for them. Now, these Snap-ons, you're gonna pay $50 for these, pretty much all day long. You might be able to get them if you buy them in a set with some other pliers. You might get them a little cheaper, but you're not going to get these for much less than $40, even if you get a deal. Now, I think it's worth every penny. Lifetime warranty, big thing on the Snap-on truck. Harbor Freight, lifetime warranty, and you just walk in there. Now, if you work in a shop and Snap-on comes to you, this is a better warranty, I would imagine, because they just roll up, give you a new one. You don't even have to go anywhere. Now, if you're a DIYer like me, I have a Snap-on guy, and I meet up with him and stuff, but this warranty is more convenient. I doubt that I'm going to break either one of these, but if I did, I could get them both replaced. But the Harbor Freight ones, I can just run down the street and swap them out. Now, for $12, it's tough to say that this is not a good buy. I figured this would just be kind of a fun little comparison to do, and I'll use them. I don't really have enough. I like to have a pair of slip joint pliers in pretty much every location of my life, and I don't have enough of them. So this is like the perfect size. and I don't want to buy another pair of these. So these will go somewhere and they will get used and they will live a happy life. And we'll see how they go. I'm thinking about picking up the Icon flush cuts, which they have the snap-on copy of their flush cut. The snap-on flush cuts are like $70, $80. The Icon ones are $30, which is pretty crazy. But those little flush cut pliers, they seem like they'd be really good. And uh, one of the one of my subscribers, David, he was talking about how he uses his flush cuts to cut little finish nails and all kinds of stuff, and he just kind of abuses them. He has the Icon ones, and when they get messed up or whatever, cutting nails and stuff that you're definitely not supposed to cut with flush cuts, he just takes them into Harbor Freight, and they just, he just swaps them out. So, you buy a $30 pair of flush cuts, abuse the shit out of it. They're a really, uh, really handy kind of pair of cutters to have. I thought that was a pretty genius idea actually, to get those and just abuse the shit out of them and just swap them out. So I might actually look into that because I want some flush cuts like that, and I'm not going to buy the Snap-on ones; they're just too expensive. But anyway, here's the comparison. I still think the Snap-ons are worth it if you can afford it. But if you can't afford it, uh, this is about the nicest pair of slip joints that you're going to get. Slip joints are funny. You can't really get good ones anywhere except maybe Harbor Freight or a tool truck. They sell some just garbage like Stanley ones or whatever at Home Depot and stuff like that. Terrible. So if you want some good slip joints and you don't want to pay Snap-on premiums, these Icons might be like really uh, a good option for you. So I'm pretty impressed so far. I don't really see myself not liking these. I mean, they're very similar to the Snap-ons. Uh, you know, I think that they are probably really pretty good to use. They're comfortable. Now, I think they're made in Taiwan, which is better than China. Uh, and for the price, it's pretty unbelievable that they were able to make these. So anyway, just a little quick comparison. Thanks for watching.